Hey friends, it's Sonny and I'm back with another video. If you are new to my channel, my name is Sonny. I'm a recent college grad trying to figure out what this next chapter of my life holds for me. I post a lot about what I've learned or what I'm currently learning or just creative endeavors that I'm currently pursuing. I highly encourage you to join me on this journey of discovering what life for a 20-something is like after graduating college into a pandemic. So without further ado, let's get to the video. For those of you who don't know, I attended the Florida State University in Tallahassee, Florida, and graduated in May of 2020 with my bachelor's in marketing. And now that I've been graduated for 6 or more months, I am now having to pay my student loans. And between my federal loans and my private loans, I owe around $100,000. And something I think of often as I'm having to pay this debt and most likely will be paying this debt for the rest of my life was it worth it? Was receiving the education I got worth it when some people get the same education for free or for cheaper? So today I'm going to talk to you guys about the pros and the cons of going to a four-year university. So I will start up with the pros of attending a four-year institution, especially one that's away from your home, and that is the experience. I don't think I could put a price tag on the experience that I had at FSU. It was one that was definitely needed for my growth, and I don't think I would have grown nearly as much if I hadn't went to FSU and just attended the local university near my house in Orlando. I was a closed shell, introverted person when I left my home in Orlando, Florida, and after going to FSU for 4 years and really putting myself out there, I'm a completely changed person. I learned about my faith there. I got to do a lot of soul searching, which sounds so silly, but that was essential for my growth, and it was something I don't think I ever knew I needed, especially when I was leaving. I didn't want to leave home, but I am so glad I did because it made me the person I was today. So again, I don't think I could ever put a price tag on the experience. I think that's the number one benefit of going to a four-year university. The second pro of attending a four-year university is FSU had some of the greatest professors. We were number 19 in public schools or public universities, and I had some pretty awesome professors, from my advertising professor to my marketing professors. I got to study under some not only incredibly smart professors, but compassionate and ones that gave you real world advice that you can use upon graduating, and ones that you can still connect with outside graduation and that could help you find jobs in your field. And I think that's something that also you don't always get at community colleges, or even if you decide not to go. I mean, courses online are great for free, but there's that professor aspect, that those connections are ones that you can use for a lifetime and are super essential to helping you find a job after graduation, or can be essential. They're not super essential, but can be essential to you finding that right career path after graduating. And I'd say the last pro I have of going to a four-year university is a bit silly, but for me, I'm someone who needs structure. I love routine, and when it comes to learning, I need a very structured type of learning. So going to university helped me get that structure. Obviously, I got to schedule my class times and my classes, but I was told when to turn in assignments, I had deadlines, and that's something for me that I need to learn. So if you're a structured person, I highly do recommend going to that four-year university, or any university in general, just because you really get that structure. Not to say you don't get that at community college, because you do, but it's definitely intense in a university. So that would be my last pro. While I do hardcore believe in the pros of attending a four-year university, I will admit, as a college graduate of a four-year university, that there are several cons. The number one being is the inevitability of you having to take out student loans because you cannot afford a four-year university without it. And it sucks, let me just tell you. student loans are not my friend. I realized that after graduating, and it makes getting an education, you think about how much was it worth really? Was it really worth all this debt that I'm accruing? It wasn't something I thought about while I was in college. It's more now, so after, I'm like, was the education I received worth it now that I'm going to be paying these debts for the rest of my life? And I'd say the only other con about attending a four-year university is that for some people, that's not the best option for them. Not everyone learns in the way of the four-year university. Some people can learn all the skills by themselves for free. So I think something that's changed over the years is I used to think that college was the only way and it's the best way, but I've learned over the years as well that formal education isn't always the better of the educations. It's kind of what you take from it, and some people don't need college to be successful and get to the same point that you are. I think that we've just kind of been told that it's the way to go, when even now more in our society they're realizing just a college degree doesn't mean as much, because you can have someone that's just as smart and has just the same skills that didn't have to go to college to gain those skills. So I'd say that's the one con about a four-year university, is that it's not always the best option, which some people might think otherwise, but I can guarantee you it's not always the best option depending on the person you are. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more of my content, please hit the subscribe button and the like button on this video. I will be posting weekly videos. I really encourage you guys to join me for this journey of growth in a pandemic, and I would love to help you guys figure out what that next chapter of your life looks like. So come grow with me. Leave a comment of how you want to grow in 2021, and I will see you in the next video.